In the vast plains of West Africa, where ancient baobab trees stood like silent guardians of time, there lived a small black African community bound together by memory, rhythm, and hope. The land was dry, yet alive. Its soil carried the footprints of ancestors, and its wind whispered stories of strength to those who listened closely. At the heart of the village was Quito, a young boy with curious eyes and a spirit too restless to be broken. Every morning he watched the elders drum at sunrise, their hands moving in perfect harmony, calling courage into the day. The drums were more than music, they were a language of survival, reminding the people who they were, even when the world tried to make them forget. Life was not kind to the village. Foreign rulers controlled the land, taking its resources and forcing the people into labor under the burning sun. The villagers worked silently in the fields, their backs bent, but their dignity unshaken. Even in suffering, they shared water, songs, and quiet laughter, small acts of resistance that kept their humanity alive. Quito's mother, Amani, was a storyteller. At night, she gathered the children and spoke of a time when the land was free, when no one ruled over them except the sky and the seasons. Her stories painted pictures of warriors, queens, and travelers who crossed deserts guided only by stars. These tales planted seeds of courage in young hearts. One evening, as the sun bled red into the horizon, the village faced a cruel order. Heavier work, longer hours, less food. Fear moved through the people like a shadow. But beneath the great baobab, the elders met. They spoke softly, yet with purpose. They decided that silence would no longer protect them. Unity would. The next day, the villagers worked together, not faster, not slower, but stronger. They shared burdens, supported the weak, and refused to let despair divide them. The overseers saw laborers, but what stood before them was a people awakening to their collective power. Quito watched it all, understanding for the first time that freedom does not arrive suddenly. It grows quietly in hearts, in stories, in shared pain and shared hope. He realized that even if chains were placed on bodies, the mind and spirit could still run free. Years later, long after the rulers had faded into history, the village remained. The baobab still stood tall, and children still played beneath it. Quito, now an elder himself, told the same stories his mother once told. Stories of pain, yes, but more importantly, stories of resilience. Because the world may try to erase a people, but as long as their stories are told, their spirit can never be silenced.